Arunima walks 12 kilometers towards north from point A to point B. Right? So I think let's start tracing it directly, right? No point in reading the full question. We just have to trace the path first. So Arunima walks 12 kilometers towards north from point A to point B. So let's assume this is point A. Arunima walks 12 kilometers towards north. So from point A, she's walking towards north to point B. Let's assume this is point B. What's the distance? 12 kilometers. The distance is 12 kilometers. Okay, so from point A to point B, the distance covered by Arunima is 12 kilometers. Okay, now then she walks 7 kilometers from there. She is here, understand, her current position is B. Then she walks 7 kilometers from there to point C, turning left. So here, from here, she has walked 7 kilometers to reach point C by turning left. So she has turned left. You know that when a person is moving towards north, she is in this direction now, right? So left is left, our left, right? And she reaches the point C. She reaches point C after covering how much? 7 kilometers. Right, after covering 7 kilometers. Again she turns left. Now she is in this direction now at point C. She turns left. Understand, when a person is going towards west, left would mean towards the south, right? Visualize, assume that you are in this position. So again she turns left and walks 5 kilometers to point D. So now she turns left, walks 5 kilometers to reach point D. This is point D, right? This is point D. And then she turns left. Now again she turns left. You're getting it? We have reached point D. She is in this direction now, south. Now she turns left. Remember, when a person is facing south, left would mean right on paper. So again she turns left, right? We are at point D, right? Then she turns left, stops at point E after walking 19 kilometers. So from here, she has turned left. She covers how much? 19 kilometers and stops at point E. This is point E. Now, so this is the track, right? This is what we have traced with respect to Arunima, right? She starts from point A, goes 12 kilometers towards north, reaches point B. From there, takes a left turn, covers 7 kilometers, reaches point C. Again takes a left turn, covers 5 kilometers, reaches point D. Now again takes a left turn, covers 19 kilometers to reach point E. Now, look at this point now. Point P is towards east of point A. Point P is towards east of point A, right? This is point A, east of point A. So point P is somewhere in this line. Right, point P is on this line. Remember, point P will be on this line, right? Somewhere on this line, in this line, right? East of point A, east of point A. So point P is on this line. Now, the person called Sunny, who stands at point P, walks the shortest distance between point B and point E towards point Q. Now you have to understand this. There is this person called Sunny who is standing at point P. Where is point P? We don't know. Point P is somewhere on this line. Point P is somewhere on this line, right? This line, east of point A. Now, wherever that point B is, Sunny is standing there, right? He's standing at point P. He walks the shortest distance between point B and E, towards point Q. So he covers the shortest distance between point B and E. Now, if you look at point B and E, the shortest distance is going to be this. You know that the shortest distance between any 2 points is a straight line joining these 2 points. Right? So basically, Sunny is going to walk on this dotted line. He covers this shortest distance between point B and point E to go towards point Q. Now understand, point P is somewhere here, right? Point P is somewhere here on this line. Sunny is walking along this line. So let us extend it. And let's assume point P is here. Are you able to follow? So we can say that this is point B. So Sunny started walking in this direction. He covers the shortest distance between point E and point B towards point Q. He's going towards point Q. So point Q is somewhere here. Now where exactly this line can go up to, maybe some hundreds of kilometers. We are not worried about that, but point Q is in this direction, somewhere in this direction, right? Point Q. Are you able to follow? Point Q is in this. This is point Q, I would say. Now a question that arises is, why can't point Q be here? Maybe some of you are confused. Why can't point Q be here? Point Q can be here also. So the Sunny starts from point P and reaches point Q. But understand, if point Q is between point E and point P, why will Sunny have to go towards B? The point here clearly mentions that he covers the distance between point P and point E. He covers the distance between point P and B and E. He covers this distance. So which means if he has covered this distance, he has gone past point B. He is trying to reach which point? He is trying to reach point Q. In that process, he has entirely covered the distance between E and B. So obviously point Q is in that direction. And because he has talked about shortest distance between B and E, we can say point Q will be in this direction like this on this straight line. Are you able to follow? I am not saying that this is the exact position of point Q. Point Q can be here also. This also can be point Q. Or you extend this line further, this also can be point Q. Are you able to follow? But point Q will be along this straight line. These are the possibilities, multiple. I mean anywhere on this line, right? Now look at the question. If point E is between R and Q. Now point E is between R and Q. Point E is between R and Q. So Q is here on this line. And point E is between R and Q. So obviously R will come on this side. Again, you extend this line like this. R will come here, or maybe it comes here, or maybe it comes here. Multiple possibilities. See, point is between R and Q. Between R and Q means both. I mean, all these 3 points are collinear. Q, E, R should be on the same straight line. Q is towards the northwest side of point E. So R should obviously be on the southeast point of southeast direction of point E. Right? So if you read it, point E is between R and Q, then in which direction is point R with respect to point B? So where is this point R with respect to point B? Now understand, from point B, you know that this is east and you know that this is south. Whatever be the exact position of point R, it is definitely going to be between south and east. Point R is in this line. It is between south and east. Yes or no? Point R is between south and east. So can we now conclude that point R is in the southeast direction of point B? Yes. So your answer to this question has to be southeast.